Hmm. How's it going? Good. That's my keys. I know I'm right. I know there's a janitor in here too. He was washing the windows earlier. He's the same janitor that had some kind of chemical substance in a trash can last summer and put it in that elevator and then left. And then other patrons left. And I was the only one in here during the day operations. And the gas just suffocated me. And I started to experience a heart attack. And then when I subsequently asked him about it on a separate occasion, or accused him of it actually, he says, "Oh," he laughed and said, "Oh, were you scared?" I was shocked. So, oh, that's the other thing. They replaced him temporarily with another Hispanic worker. And then tonight, I saw that he is working again. So that's what Ann Arbor is about. You can get away with murder, and I mean that most sincerely with you. Murder, crime. You can hit people with cars. You can poison people with gas. You can irradiate people with forms of electromagnetic radiation once they've been poisoned with the substance that can attract it through their skin and their organs. You could even poison someone with that kind of chemical and or heavy metals, such as my ex-roommate, Alexander Raskine of the University of Michigan Metabolonics Corps, PhD. So long as you act as an operative to unlawfully surveil someone and or commit some kind of crime or harm against someone on their behalf. I'm pretty confident there are hundreds of people with this kind of policy of reciprocity and blind eye to criminal conduct in the city of Ann Arbor. As an arrangement of unlawful neighborhood watch. So I'm not lying to you. I swear on my life, with all the integrity I could possibly still have left, I'm not lying to you. This is real in Ann Arbor. So be aware of that. And also be aware that the cyber stalking, the cyber hacking is at such a high level because of the influence and intelligence of the University of Michigan. I've had all my online accounts hacked. I've had my bank accounts hacked. I have proof of all that, and I'm going to post it on all my online accounts. I've had my Google accounts hacked, and Google, they are encrypted with a form of encryption that was designed by the NSA with a proprietary block functioning, which means that it's classified information and is not available to the public. How that encryption works and the blueprint of it, therefore there is no way to hack control of it unless you are law enforcement and you have some type of law enforcement clearance to do so. So all the hacking that I've experienced with all my Google accounts is Ann Arbor Police Department and or Washington County Sheriffs. And so I'm going to write a report about it and then add it to the suits that I intend to host against the city eventually. But I'm being totally sincere and honest with you. I'm not psychotic. I'm not delusional. I'm not the specialist at the internet and electronic devices and advanced computer programming. You know, I don't know how to, for example, conjure packets of commands and send them remotely to someone else's device, in which a hacker would have their the serial number to that device and or the SIM card in order to control that device and or corrupt and steal the files that are on that device, and or to use the browser of that device, including the app browsers, to seize control of online accounts. I don't have that ability, but I've read that it's possible. I've consulted very legitimate sources, and it's absolutely descriptive of everything I've experienced for the past year and a half. And I was under the impression that there was advanced students from the University of Michigan and private hackers. But think about it. What I'm describing to you is very serious, high-level felony unlawfulness. The interruption and interception of electronic communications. Who within the community, number one, would have a motive to hack my accounts to such an extent and steal my files from my device and take over control of my device when I don't know anyone here in town? And two, who would risk being caught and charged with such a high crime, felony crime? Clearly, the motive lies with the Ann Arbor Police Department, whom are aware that I have legitimate circumstances that make for credible lawsuits against them. And they're doing everything they can to keep electronic surveillance on my conduct on the internet. And they use members, civilians, such as what you saw over there on the Ann Arbor Public Library downtown stairs, to use their devices if they're within a reasonable distance from mine, to block me from signing on to websites as well as particular internet services. I've been dealing with this for a year and a half, and I swear to God, I'm being so very honest with you. It's a different kind of lawlessness here in Ann Arbor than a larger metropolitan city. There might not be so much gun crime and violent crime, but the white collar crime here, the expertise, of using electronic devices and online hacking to promote that white collar crime. And then there is a significant level and amount of abuse of public office here. And someone like me, who's an advocate, who's sick of being gang stalked and sick of law enforcement harassing me to try to mold me into going along and playing ball with the way they feel that I should live. And the extent of civil liberties that they feel that I should have, and not complain about or exert my rights to enforce. No, no, never. I was brought up as an American better than that. I'm 40 years old. I know better. You concede and become submissive to bullies, and they'll continue to bully you if not destroy you. Psychopaths that are into this type of community harassment slash homeland terrorism, they don't reason, and they can't be reasoned with. So if you're watching this and you're a victim of this, please understand they might try to manipulate you and tempt you to go along and play ball with them, and to negotiate with them or make concessions with them, but they're gang stalking you for a reason, because they don't trust you. They don't like you because they don't trust you, and or you've hosted complaints against them, and they will never make a legitimate, honest attempt to reconcile with you. They'll get you in a position to, under the manipulation that maybe that's what they intend to do, and then they'll find a way to accuse you falsely of a crime and try to stick it on you like they're trying to do to me. Or they'll poison you and with something that they can use radiation against you from a distance. They will do whatever they have to do to assume some type of control over you to make sure that you're never a threat to them ever again. At best, and at worst, I hear that gang stalkers are brought to lethal circumstances. I was hit by two vehicles today, head on, and my bike was ran over and trashed afterwards. And the second incident, after hitting me, he cursed at me, some Jewish guy, and then he ran over my bike and then drove off, hit and run. So I've experienced unlawful, weird conduct at the ER, the emergency room at the University of Michigan Health System today. After the first incident of being hit by a vehicle, when a hospital is supposed to be a place of healing and safety, it was not completely for me today. So, okay, so you can believe what I'm telling you or not. You can respect what I'm saying and doing or not. But I'm not posting this for any particular person. I'm posting it for everyone. I'm posting it for all of America.